Diddy sends huge warning to young black actors in Hollywood. In a shocking message that has rocked Hollywood, Sean Diddy Combs has issued a grave warning to young black actors trying to navigate the treacherous entertainment industry. Diddy, now facing serious legal battles, chose this moment to deliver a message many are interpreting as a wake-up call.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended performances with male commercial actors, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
In a candid statement, he reflected on his own rise to power and the darker realities behind the fame, fortune, and glamour. Hollywood isn't what it seems, Diddy said, cautioning young actors to be wary of the people they trust and the deals they make. But what lies behind Diddy's sudden concern for the next generation of black talent? Could this be an attempt to shift focus from his own controversies, or is he genuinely trying to help others avoid the traps he may have fallen into? Today, we'll explore Diddy's warning, his own rise to power, and what this means for Hollywood's young black actors. Diddy's message to young actors, a warning from experience.
Okay, now we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different
Plurals.
blend. You need the
Blends.
ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants? What?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They
Right.
just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta
right.
keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Sean Diddy Combs has a tight inner circle, including his right-hand woman, Christina Coram. So who is she and why is she named in a lawsuit by a former producer for Combs? Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. When Rodney Little Rod Jones filed that lawsuit against Sean Combs and many others, Christina Coram was one of the people named as a defendant in the suit. And I want to be crystal clear. Sean Combs has vehemently denied these allegations. His attorney, Sean Hawley, has been quoted as saying they've tried to present evidence to Little Rod's attorney to disprove the claims, but they've been rebuffed. So that would make anything Lil Rod claimed about Christina Coram untrue as well in Combs' eyes. No attorney is listed for Christina Coram on the federal court's website. Coram's now deleted LinkedIn account has said that she joined Bad Boy Entertainment back in 2013 and became Combs' day-to-day manager, later becoming director for the Officer of the Chairman. And the chairman, of course, is Diddy.
Bruh,
Go ahead.
criminals do crimes with criminals. I've never been a criminal. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, if you're looking to answer something about Puff, Puff ain't the Puff. Puff had different phases of his life that y'all don't understand. And let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. You understand? First you got Puff Daddy, who had Daddy's house and the parties and things like that. Then you had Puff. You understand? Then you had Diddy. Then you had Brother Love, and then Love. I had Puff around the stage when he was Puff Daddy and Puff and some of Diddy. Not the new Diddy that they gave the diddler and everything like that. So he ain't the guy, he wasn't the guy that y'all see now back then when he was in Harlem. You understand?
So a lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything? Is that the reason why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like, why didn't you speak?
because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like, a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship? He was never violent? Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, what he going through in these lawsuits and, that video that came out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that, I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but having a daughter, I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
Diddy's message to young black actors wasn't just a casual piece of advice. It was a powerful and alarming statement that caught the attention of the entire entertainment industry. He emphasized that fame and fortune come with hidden costs, and that the darker side of Hollywood can consume those who aren't prepared. It's not all glitz and glamour. You've got to be careful who you trust, Diddy warned. For many, this was seen as a stark reflection of Diddy's own experiences, especially as he faces serious legal troubles that have exposed the underbelly of his own career. This warning has led many to question whether Diddy's statement is rooted in genuine concern or an attempt to deflect attention from his ongoing scandals. Some believe that Diddy is trying to offer advice based on the mistakes he made, while others argue that his warning is self-serving, aimed at distracting from the serious accusations he now faces. Either way, his message has sparked an important conversation about how young black actors navigate the power structures in Hollywood and the potential dangers they face. Diddy's own rise, lessons from the top. Reflecting on Diddy's rise to fame offers key lessons for any young actor entering the entertainment industry. Diddy's journey from a hustler in the streets of New York to a billionaire music mogul is legendary. He worked tirelessly to make a name for himself, starting as an intern at Uptown Records before launching his own label, Bad Boy Records. Through sheer determination and an eye for talent, Diddy became one of the most powerful figures in entertainment. But Diddy's success wasn't without its pitfall.
Diddy in Young Miami host a New Year celebration on his luxury yacht in St. Bart's.
What's up, my brother Fab? What's up, you pulled up? Yeah!
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Prince Harry's name has been mentioned in court documents related to allegations Sean Diddy Combs sexually abused multiple people. A $30 million lawsuit brought by record producer Rodney Jones claims Diddy's affiliation with high-profile people such as Prince Harry gave his actions legitimacy. The American hip-hop mogul's homes have been raided by authorities in relation to the allegations. Mr. Jones' lawyers argued guests attended sex trafficking parties because of his access to high-level celebrities. There is no suggestion, though, Prince Harry was involved in any of Sean Combs' alleged wrongdoing.
Okay, now we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different
Florals.
blend. You need the
Blends.
ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants? What?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They
Right.
just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
Yeah.
rock with me. But just
Right.
check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot
Heat.
of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
His relationships with some of his artists became complicated, and rumors of manipulation and control began to emerge. Diddy's reflection on his rise to the top now seems to carry a warning. Success doesn't come without its challenges, and often, the people who help you rise can also contribute to your downfall. I've been where you are. I know what it's like to fight for a spot in this industry, but I also know how easy it is to lose yourself in it, Diddy said. His journey is both an inspiration and a cautionary tale, illustrating that while ambition is essential, it must be tempered with caution and self-awareness. The dangers of fame, Diddy's perspective. Diddy's message highlighted the dangers that come with fame, especially for young black stars. He spoke of the immense pressure to conform to Hollywood's image and the temptations that often accompany success. The higher you climb, the more people want to take you down, Diddy said, referring to his own experiences with betrayal and manipulation. For young actors, the allure of fame can be intoxicating, but as Diddy's warning shows, it can also be dangerous.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so they can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look. Would you?
With a drink on his head.
And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is a actual DJs aren't supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them. I put him to sleep.
Next day, right?
You put the drink on his head.
There you go. There it is.
Damn.
Bugging high-profile men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes.
Yes, you heard that right. They are accusing her of lacing drinks and things of that nature. So this story gets even crazier. Hold on, watch this.
Saga unfolded when federal agents executed a dramatic raid on the residence of music mogul Diddy, revealing a cache of incriminating video footage. This footage reportedly captures Kardashian engaged in activities that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment and legal worlds alike. In a turn of events that has both stunned and captivated the public, the FBI claims that Kardashian is not only involved in the theft of vital information, but also used it as leverage to further her own interests. The gravity of these allegations has sent ripples through Hollywood.
So at this point, it look like the Feds been keeping up with the Kardashians just like us. So I'm gonna keep my ear to the street and I'll let y'all know what I know. I'm out.
He reflected on how quickly the entertainment industry can turn on you, using his own legal troubles as an example. One minute, they love you. The next, they're tearing you apart, Diddy explained. The message resonated with many young stars who have seen their peers rise to fame, only to fall just as quickly.
Kim unfollowed Diddy 24 hours before that happened. She and Chris has close ties, but the FBI and law enforcement, they know something was gonna happen. They know everything.
Any man that has a sister, any man that has a friend that's a girl, any man that has a child, you understand, who saw that, if they wasn't appalled.
Zionist media handlers surrounding her, all in and out her Hulu TV show, all in and out her family, all in and out the house that I created for my family. But she's not here just to have content up on adult channels. She's not here just to have that last interview magazine.
Kim is a friend of mine. We always talk about everything that's going on in the system, and I think she's doing a lot of good work. She's doing a lot of work more than other people who have platforms.
might even came from that situation. So
not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy.
They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executive and it's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and you know all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give my money. That's it.
Someone named Lucian. Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep, you know,
oh my God.
Think about
it.
We had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, which you don't have an opinion in that vote. And then they get all these celebrities, they go on TV like, you know, we got a problem with his political opinion. He's out of control. He's bipolar. He's anti-Semite. He's whatever they want to call somebody to try to get people to not listen or have, you know, take away the influence.
Diddy's perspective offers a glimpse into the darker side of success, where maintaining your integrity and protecting yourself from those who want to use you becomes a daily battle. For young black actors, this warning could be a crucial reminder that Hollywood is not always the dream it appears to be. The influence of power, Diddy's reflection.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars. Maybe if he be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide. He'd do an Epstein.
Why do you think he didn't pull a Russell Simmons and leave the country?
They was watching him, bro. They was watching him. And then I think that he had to turn over his passport. Even if you own your own private jet, they have a system up there whereas that they supposed to check your passport and anything that you need to fly as if you were flying commercial.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Me thinking about it, yeah, I don't see them letting them leave that easy. But I gotta ask you, before the interview, me and you were speaking about it, right? How you feel about the people that blame you for Puffy getting arrested?
Listen, you've seen the indictment. The indictment went from 2008 until 2024. I stopped dealing with Puff in 2004 and 2005, brother. You understand?
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. You know, shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid.
Diddy spoke candidly about the corrupting influence of power, warning young actors not to fall victim to the same traps that ensnared so many before them. When you get power, it's easy to forget where you came from, Diddy said, acknowledging that power can change people. He explained how many young actors, hungry for success, align themselves with powerful figures in Hollywood, only to realize later that they've become pawns in a much larger game. For Diddy, this reflection seems deeply personal. As someone who wielded immense power in the music and entertainment industries, he understands how power can be both a blessing and a curse. He cautioned young black actors to maintain their autonomy and not let the pursuit of success cloud their judgment. Stay true to yourself no matter what. Don't let anyone control your destiny, Diddy urged. His message was a reminder that power can corrupt even the best intentions and that staying grounded is essential to long-term success. Manipulation and exploitation in Hollywood. Diddy's warning also touched on the rampant manipulation and exploitation that often occurs in Hollywood. He described a system where young talent is promised fame and fortune, only to find themselves trapped in deals that strip them of their independence. It's easy to get caught up in the lights and the glamour, but you've got to be careful about who you trust, Diddy said, hinting at his own experiences with predatory figures in the business.
Sean Diddy Combs has a tight inner circle, including his right-hand woman, Christina Coram. So who is she and why is she named in a lawsuit by a former producer for Combs? Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. When Rodney Little Rod Jones filed that lawsuit against Sean Combs and many others, Christina Coram was one of the people named as a defendant in the suit. And I want to be crystal clear, Sean Combs has vehemently denied these allegations. His attorney, Sean Hawley, has been quoted as saying they've tried to present evidence to Little Rod's attorney to disprove the claims, but they've been rebuffed. So that would make anything Lil Rod claimed about Christina Coram untrue as well in Combs' eyes. No attorney is listed for Christina Coram on the federal court's website. Coram's now deleted LinkedIn account has said that she joined Bad Boy Entertainment back in 2013 and became Combs' day-to-day manager, later becoming director for the Officer of the Chairman. And the chairman, of course, is Diddy.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean, you know.
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years. And then it's like with guys like 50, you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tom cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now you want to put me, I don't know if y'all saw the post where 50 posted about me. Of course you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I mean, 50 has been going after Diddy and everybody associated with him for months now, ever since the Cassie lawsuit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can't brush under the rug. I don't see anybody reporting about what Tatted Up Holly said about him beating her up and about, you know what I'm saying, his other baby mom saying beating her up. I just look at it as, you know, he wants to bring the black community down worse than anyone else. How is that so? I said what I said on my post and I'm standing on that too. Now, since he didn't accept what my offer to him and he want to continue to be a comedian, why don't you go make some movies with Michael Blackson and don't talk about me.
This aspect of Hollywood is something many young black actors are particularly vulnerable to, as they often face additional pressures and challenges in an industry that has historically marginalized them. Diddy's message resonated with many who have experienced similar struggles, as he urged young actors to be vigilant and protect themselves from those who seek to exploit their talent for personal gain. The entertainment industry may offer opportunities, but Diddy's warning made it clear that those opportunities often come at a price. The industry's systemic issues, Diddy's critique. Diddy's message went beyond personal warnings as he critiqued the systemic issues within the entertainment industry that disproportionately affect young black talent. The system wasn't built for us, Diddy said, referring to the barriers that black actors face when trying to make it in Hollywood. He highlighted the structural racism and inequality that still exists in the industry, despite the progress that has been made.
Mentioned other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything, you know what I'm saying, about the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
Diddy's critique echoed the sentiments of many young actors who have struggled to break into Hollywood's elite circles. He encouraged them to support one another and to be aware of the obstacles they face. We have to look out for each other because the system isn't looking out for us, Diddy urged. His message was a call to action for young black actors to band together and challenge the power structures that have historically worked against them. Diddy's own complicity. Is he deflecting? While Diddy's message was seen by many as a sincere warning, critics have pointed out that Diddy himself has been accused of exploiting young stars, raising questions about his true intentions. Is Diddy really warning us, or is he just trying to save himself? Asked one industry insider. Diddy's legal battles, particularly the allegations of manipulation and coercion, have led some to believe that his message is an attempt to deflect attention from his own actions. These accusations have cast a shadow over Diddy's warning, with some arguing that he is part of the very system he is now criticizing. As more details emerge about his alleged role in controlling young artists, the validity of his message is being questioned. Whether Diddy's warning is genuine or a calculated move to shift focus from his legal troubles, it has sparked important conversations about the entertainment industry's treatment of young black talent. Reactions from the industry and fans. Diddy's message has sparked mixed reactions from both the industry and his fans. While some have praised him for speaking out, others view his statement with skepticism. He's been part of the problem for years. Now that he's in trouble, he wants to warn everyone else, said one fan on social media. The divide reflects the ongoing debate about Diddy's role in shaping the careers of young black actors and whether he is genuinely concerned about their well-being. Industry insiders have also weighed in, with some suggesting that Diddy's warning could lead to important changes in how young talent is treated in Hollywood. Whether you believe Diddy or not, his message has opened up a conversation that's long overdue, said one entertainment executive. As the public continues to react, it's clear that Diddy's warning has touched a nerve, forcing the industry to confront its systemic issues. The future for young black actors, heeding Diddy's advice. Despite the controversy surrounding Diddy, his message has sparked important conversations about the future of young black actors in Hollywood. Many are now questioning whether they should heed his advice and be more cautious about the deals they make and the people they trust. Diddy's warning has made me think twice about some of the offers I've received, said one up-and-coming actor. For many young black actors, Diddy's message has highlighted the need for greater support and solidarity within the industry. Whether they choose to follow his advice or not, the issues he raised have opened up a broader dialogue about power dynamics in Hollywood and the challenges that black talent faces. As Diddy's legacy continues to be debated, his warning may serve as a pivotal moment in how young actors approach their careers. Diddy's legacy in Hollywood. As Diddy faces legal challenges and public scrutiny, his legacy in Hollywood remains complicated. Once hailed as a trailblazer for black artists, Diddy is now at risk of being remembered as a cautionary figure for young talent. Diddy's story could be one of rise and fall, a man who had it all and lost it because he couldn't control his power, said one entertainment analyst. The future of Diddy's influence on Hollywood's young talent hangs in the balance as the industry watches his next move. Will he continue to be a voice of caution for young black actors, or will his legal troubles overshadow the message he's trying to send? As the story unfolds, Diddy's place in Hollywood history is uncertain, but his warning has undoubtedly left a lasting impact on the industry.